I was raised with the belief that emotions equals weaknesses. So whenever I expressed any emotions, anger, sadness, or just had a bad day, I would get punished for it. So in order for my brain to avoid this punishment, it had to suppress my emotions. I had to become emotionally numb on the outside in order to avoid any punishment for these emotions. So in my mind, little Alessia created the belief emotions equals weakness equals punishment. And this was my belief until 2 years ago actually. This was my belief for so long because this was engraved into my brain when I was a child. And you know me now, you know I'm a very emotionally empathetic person, but until 2 years ago people actually came to me and told me, you are so cold-hearted, you are so emotionally numb, you never show any emotions, you always have this poker face. And this was when I realized, okay, this mask I had to put on in my childhood, I never took it off because I still believe this world is a dangerous place and it will punish me if I show any sign of weakness, any sign of emotions. So I was just emotionally numb. Every time I couldn't express love, I couldn't express affection, I couldn't express anything because I believed that I would get punished for it. Because this was what little Alessia experienced the whole childhood over and over again. It was during my healing journey that I realized I am allowed to cry, I am allowed to be sensitive, I am allowed to express my emotions. There is nothing wrong with me. And the people who use that against me or who would use that against me, they do not belong in my life. So they are the problem. If someone uses your emotions against you or telling you that you are weak for expressing them, you are not the problem. They just can't handle with it. When you are doing this inner child work, there are going to be a lot of emotions that want to rise up to the surface, and please allow these emotions to be felt. You are safe to express them. You overcame it and I am proud of you, okay? You can feel this emotion and then release it. Because in order to release anything that is stored within us, any trauma, every heavy emotion, we have to first feel and release it. You can't release anything that you're not allowing to yourself to express. So whenever you feel an emotion rising to the surface, okay, allow it. Envision yourself how you hug your inner child and tell your inner child you are allowed to release, you are allowed to feel, I am here for you, you are safe. It makes me so emotional just to think about it. Just imagine you had a person in your childhood telling you, hey, you are safe for expressing your emotions, you don't have to shut it down, I am not going to, I don't know, punish you for having it. This is how you heal, okay? By giving yourself what you needed when you were younger and not by repeating these things that those people teached you and suppressed everything you had to suppress in order to survive. This just signals your brain you are still in survival mode, but you are not in survival mode. You are safe. Allow yourself to feel safe by doing things that people who feel safe do, because people who really feel safe, they are not going around telling people you have to become cold-hearted. No, they are not doing this because they know they are safe to express their emotions. They are safe to release it. They are safe, they are protected. So allow yourself to feel these emotions. Don't suppress them, don't rationalize them, don't shut them down. Allow yourself to feel them, okay? So many people are so scared of their own emotions, and that's why they go around and saying people, you have to become cold, you have to suppress your emotions. No, the only thing that you have to do is to feel them, because that is the only way to release these emotions. You are not going to release these emotions if you don't allow yourself to feel it. And I know we always hope that someday someone is coming to save us, but it's later on that we realize we have to save ourselves. There is no one saving you if you do not want to save yourself. You can only save yourself. I can save you, no one else can save you, okay? Trust me, if I could, I would take all of your pain and place it onto my shoulders, but I can't. As much as I would love to, I can't. But I can give you the tools that you need to heal yourself. And honestly, I am so thankful for myself. I am really thankful for myself because I saved me, and you should be thankful for yourself too because you are going to save you. I don't know why it's so normal for us to hate the person whose body we live in, whose thoughts we know. Why do we hate ourselves? Like, the world can be a dangerous place sometimes, okay? People come to us, hurt us, damage us, and we have the opportunity to go back into ourselves. And if that place inside of yourselves is a rotten home, I don't know, like the world hurts you and you go back into yourself and there's this inner voice hurting you too. No, you have to create an inner place of peace. You have to be able to go back into yourself and find the peace that the world may not give you. And if the world does hurt you, you have a place inside of yourself where you know, okay, if I go back into myself, there is a voice telling me that I am worth it, that I am loved. You have to really love yourself and appreciate yourself, because the world will not do it for you if you don't do it for yourself. And my mind was a rotten home once too, but now my mind is a castle. My mind is a castle. I'm filling it with positivity, with love, with light, with knowledge. I just consume media and just consume knowledge. And if I know that this is going to help me in some way, I almost completely blocked negative music out of my life, because I realized how much it affects my emotions, how draining it is for me to listen to all of this music that I maybe listened to when I was really depressed. So you have to really be careful about what you consume, because you will become what you consume. And if you constantly consume negative things, negative music, negative movies, negative everything, then your mind will become a negative place. So create a castle, a safe place inside of yourself where you can always go back, no matter how many people on the outside are trying to do a harm to you or to hurt you. You know you can always come back to yourself. I know exactly what it means to always ask yourself, why me? Why do I have to be born in this kind of family? Why do I have to experience this? Why do others get to live life on easy mode, whereas I have to be in constant survival? But stop that. Do not pity yourself, okay? Stop that. And I know what I'm talking about, because I was pitying myself for almost 20 years, okay? I was always in this victim kind of mindset, asking myself, why me? Oh no, why me? I don't deserve this. Yes, we do not deserve this, but this is the situation right now, and we can work with it and make the best out of it, or we can pity ourselves until we're dead. And you don't want that. You want to turn this darkness that you had to go through into light, okay? And that is what I am doing. Do you think that I would be sitting here today teaching you how to heal yourselves if I didn't have to go through healing by myself? I wouldn't, because I would never know what it means to heal if I didn't had to go through what I had to go through. And I know it shouldn't happen, and I wish for it that it never happened at all, but it did. And I'm taking action, and I'm using all of this rage, of this sadness, of this anger that I once felt, and turn it into positivity, into love, and into light. Your past doesn't define you. That abuse we had to go through doesn't define us. That toxic family that we were born into, it doesn't define us. It happened, and it's very sad that it happened, and it should never happen at all in the first place, but it did. And it doesn't define us. I could go into villain mindset and be like, oh my god, I'm going to show the world exactly what the world showed me. No, I will not do that. And why? I don't allow your actions to turn me into the same kind of person that you are. I don't allow myself to become the monster that I once feared when I was a child. I will become what I needed as a child, what I needed the most when I was a child. I highly believe that we are born with a mission. I don't know how big or how small that mission is, but I believe that we are born with a mission. And sometimes you have to go through hell in order to tap into that mission that was meant for you, okay? You can't tell people how to overcome darkness if you haven't experienced it yourself. You can't turn darkness into light if there is no darkness in the first place. So use all of these negative things and turn it into beauty, into art. Let it flow into everything that you are doing, but use it as a motivation and not as an excuse. Use all of these difficult feelings as a motivation. Let it flow into everything that you are doing and show the world, okay, this happened to me. It was horrible, but I survived it. And now I'm going to use everything that happened to me and I turned it into something beautiful. Show them that no matter how hard they try to see you down, they are not going to make it. They are not going to be able to see that, because you took everything that was so negative and turned it into something positive. Like, they really gave you all of the tools you need in order to become the biggest artwork of yourself. Look into the mirror, okay? Look into the mirror. Look at yourself. Look yourself directly into the eyes and ask yourself, do I want to become like them? Do I want to give them the power to change who I am in my heart? And then choose to say no. Because you are not becoming like them. You are not going to turn into that same kind of monster that you have to suffer under, okay? You are not going to do this because you are better. no matter how hard they try to transform you into the same kind of monster that they are not going to make it. Also connect to your inner child by doing things that it loved to do. So as an example, I love to feed ducks with my grandpa when I was a child. So whenever I feel sad now, I drive to the lake and I just observe ducks. I love it. I can do this for hours. Or even, I don't know, it sounds maybe weird, but if you love to jump on a trampoline as a child, go on a trampoline and jump. Just do what your inner child loves to do, okay? Even if that means that you're going to, I don't know, buy yourself a doll or a little car. Do it, because you are not too old for anything. You can do this, and you can heal your inner child by doing this, by allowing yourself to be that inner child, to do what it loves to do. Doesn't matter how ridiculous it seems for others, okay? Do it, because there is so much beauty in doing things that you loved to do as a child, or even doing things that you were never allowed to do as a child. So in my experience, we never had a lot of money. I grew up in a very financially unstable family situation. So, you know, we barely could do things like going to the cinema or going shopping. So I take myself shopping now. I take myself to go to the cinema now. I do all of the things that I was never allowed to do as a child. And by doing that, I heal my inner child because I acknowledge it. I am becoming the kind of person I would have needed when I was younger. And this is how you heal your inner child. This is how you really tap into this healing energy and stop blaming anyone or stop pitying yourself, but you take action. And you acting out of love. Your intentions are pure, and that is why you're going to heal. You have to know your triggers, because in my example, a huge trigger of mine is feeling left out. That's why I always make sure to include others. By realizing your triggers, and you can realize your triggers by doing the inner child shadow work, and you can, I don't know, find inner child prompts on Pinterest or just Google them. By realizing what your triggers are, you can work with them. Every time something makes you insanely sad or mad, you know, okay, unusual reaction, it may be a trigger. And from this on, you can work to heal it, okay? You can know, okay, I'm experiencing this emotion now, but I am not this emotion. This is just something that I am experiencing right now. And then you can dive deeper into it. Where does it come from? Like, where is the source of this kind of heavy reaction I am having towards this kind of situation? Because by doing that, you are recognizing what parts of you still need healing and can work on healing them. And this, don't shame yourself for your triggers. Don't shame yourself for your unusual reaction towards something. Just know, okay, it's a trigger and I'm going to work with it now. I'm going to heal that part of myself now. Allow yourself anything to rise up to the surface, what you had to suppress in order to survive as a child. You are not in survival anymore. You are safe now. Constantly work on telling yourself that you are safe. You do not have to fear anything. You are not in that kind of situation anymore. Breathe deeply, okay? Because a lot of times when we are storing heavy trauma in our body or in our mind, we are not allowing ourselves to really breathe deeply. You know, we have this short kind of breath. When you are in survival mode, your brain is not allowing your body to rest because your brain is preparing itself for any extreme situation, for any danger. So breathe in deeply. Show your brain, okay, I am safe. You do not have to fear anything. I am not in this kind of situation anymore. I can breathe deeply. I can relax. I can let go. And please let everything go. All of the stress, do not hold on to this. Let it go. Let it flow out of you. Meet yourself. And by meeting yourself, I mean shut off distractions. There are a lot of people who avoid meeting themselves by, I don't know, jumping from relationship to relationship, finding new things to obsess over, finding new people to obsess over, keeping themselves so busy that they don't have any time to really meet themselves. But it is important that you meet yourself and meet your triggers, know your weaknesses, know your strengths, really get to know yourself in order to heal. You can't heal if you don't know what's going on inside your head because you constantly run away from it. Run to other people, run to situations, keep yourself so busy into work that you don't have any time for yourself at the end of the day, okay? It's really important to make time for yourself and reflect reflect what's going on inside of yourself. Take this time for you. I beg you, take this time for you. Don't run away from yourself, because you can't run away from yourself. You can't run away from yourself. If you're not going to meet yourself, no, you are being forced to meet yourself. In every kind of relationship that you're going to be in every kind of problem you are going to find yourself. If you avoid this meeting now, it will come back and back and back in any kind of situation that you are subconsciously putting yourself into, because you didn't do the inner work it takes to really go healthy through life. Meet yourself. Don't be scared of meeting yourself. Know that sometimes you are the toxic one. I know it's a hard to swallow pill because we don't want to admit it, but that's just the case, okay? I know I did a lot of things that I shouldn't have done. I said a lot of things that I shouldn't have said. I know this. I know this because I really did the inner work. I reflected and I was like, okay, it's not always the other people. I was toxic too. And by doing this, you are also taking responsibility for what happens in your life, because you can't go through life and always say the other people are the problem. I'm so perfect. No, we are not perfect. And it's okay to not be perfect, because we are human. We make mistakes, but we really have to admit to ourselves that we are making mistakes, or that we made mistakes, in order to become better. So know that sometimes you are the problem. There's this quote that I read recently, and it says, if you do not feel wanted, you are going to make yourself feel needed. And what that means is that if you subconsciously believe that you are not good enough, you are going to put yourself into situations where you are going to prove your worth to other people by people pleasing, by not really having boundaries for yourself, by neglecting yourself in order to give other people what they need, by over-sexualizing yourself. You have to give yourself the worth that you are seeking and the validation that you are seeking from outside. You have to validate yourself in yourself before you seek that validation outside, because you don't have to prove your worth to other people. You just have to find the right people who know that you are worth it. You don't have to go around and, I don't know, give them the world in order to prove them, okay, I'm really worthy of your love, of your attention, of your time. No, you are worthy because you exist. You don't have to neglect your own needs in order to fulfill their needs. You are worthy, you are loved, and you are safe, okay? So please heal your inner child by doing everything I said in this video, and by even going further and finding things that heal yourself and soothe yourself. But you are worthy and you are loved, and you deserve to heal. You deserve to heal because you deserve to live life on easy mode. You deserve to go through life with a smile on your face, with knowing, okay, I am safe now, I am protected, and I overcame what happened to me. And I believed, 100%, I believe that you are able to save yourself. I am rooting for you, and I love you.